stimulus to the muscle possible with the least fatigue that you have to pay.
Do you think this is why some people don't grasp training to failure the way other people do? Right? So with what you're saying as an example, I believe I know exactly what you're talking about, right? So if you're going to do a set and you're going to take that to failure, and you're doing it the way that you're speaking about doing it, that rev speed may not actually slow as much as people would think it's going to slow throughout the set. So you're not going to see this decrease in rep speed the same as you would if somebody's just, let's just say, muscle fucking a set up,
Yes,
right?
I like that term.
Right? Because the accumulated fatigue from that set, from the contraction, from the staying tight, it's going to be different. Where you're at that top of that hack squat per se. And you can think, you know, if I just drop down and just jam up, maybe I can get 3 more. But if you kept that same tempo, you know, or that same contraction, that same tension, right?
Yes.
You're not going to get another one, right? So that set, essentially, if it's to failure, would be over. But some others would look at that and say, well, hell no, that set never slowed down, you know, so it wasn't to failure.
100%.
Okay.
In addition to that, I think the failure stuff, people forget that they assume that failure training, there's a drop off in velocity. The underlying assumption very few people state is that you're going for maximum velocity on every rep to begin with. And the only reason you slow down is you just can't go as fast. I don't know about you, man, but most bodybuilders are not trying to maximum concentric velocity.
No.
You're not taking a dumbbell press and being like, all right, it's down here. Ready, fellas?
No.
Like what? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Like from rep 1, I'm intentionally going a little, sometimes a lot slower than I need to in order to feel the muscle, make sure the technique is really good, set up the eccentric. If I come up super fast in the concentric, I'm all wobbly and the eccentric sucks. Come up nice and smooth, slow, and then come back in smooth, and then over and over. And at some point, I start to get tired in the muscles. But I maintain that cadence because that's the cadence that allows me to target the muscle best and get the best technique. It's the repeatable rep.
Yeah.
Every rep the same. And at some point, the external velocity is identical, but the internal fraction of my muscles I'm turning on to keep that velocity up is higher and higher. And every rep is the same speed-wise looking out from the outside.
Yeah.
From the inside, I'm like, oh my fucking God, it's hard to keep up the speed. So then I might rack and someone's like, dude, you never even slowed down. Like inside the muscle, I depleted the entire time. But because I capped my velocity concentrically at the beginning, all you saw was a tiny little bit of a slowdown. But I promise, if I tried to do another rep, it's just not there.
Yes. Same question now, because when I asked about that tier 3, it was a little bit loaded because I said hypertrophy.
Sure.
Okay, now is that same tier 3 an essential component for somebody that's just wanting to reach their absolute strength